Miami has beautiful beaches, fab food, amazing music, and great up-and-coming young filmmakers.
And now they're ready to show the city and the world the power of their movies and make a positive impact. Grab some popcorn because the Miami for Social Change Youth Film Festival is back.
The Miami for Social Change Youth Film Festival is an annual event dedicated to showcasing young, creative filmmakers, not only in the Miami area, but internationally.
This year's event has 59 movies covering topics that kids deal with on a regular basis. And that includes peer pressure, like in the short flick, Loosen Up.
My guy, you should try loosening up a little bit. Have a drink.
The movie was directed by Gavin Soler with the help of assistant director Charmiana Delphonse.
I really hope that everyone likes the film, and I hope that everyone you don't have to take away the whole peer pressure thing. You can just be entertained or be visually stimulated by the cinematography, but just getting it out there is enough for me.
What I've learned about myself is that this is for me and this is what I want to do. Directing, assistant directing, editing. I like to be versatile.
The kids will even get to work on their own filmmaking skills with the industry pros.
We're going to have a pitch competition, an award ceremony, workshops, master classes, and we're even having 2 special guests, one celebrating 50 years of hip hop and music and film.
Like first-time panelist rapper Cool Rock Ski, who's also judging the moving pictures.
From the left of the coast, we be doing the most.
Looking for fun, I'm looking for good educated, something that's well educated. I'm just excited about the documentaries the young people are putting together. I love a good documentary. And if it's coming from a child's point of view, a young person's point of view, it makes it even better.
Alongside Cool Rock is John Wick actor Sergio Della Vici, who's been a keynote speaker during the film festival for the past 2 years.
I will be leading 2 acting workshops about how film and television impacts our society by utilizing improvisation skills.
But for Sergio, it's more than just teaching them skills.
Every time I attend Miami for Social Change Youth Film Festival, I get very inspired and motivated to step my game up as a creator, as a talent, as an artist, and of course, as an actor.
This film festival is a great afternoon out. It is going to be one of those occasions where you can come out, enjoy, have fun, and watch great youth films.
The film festival takes place at Miami-Dade North Campus July 20th. It's coming up, and the 21st. For more information, go to our website and click on links mentioned. Deco Drive, we've got the deets. We've got to support young filmmakers, young
really
minds,
do.
and old ones too. But
Hey there, it's Vanessa James, and we are here at the historic Ward Rooming House in the heart of beautiful, historic Overtown for Art of Black Miami.
There is so much interactive art here. It is amazing. From artists of the Caribbean diaspora, women artists, as well as Black artists.
Black art means everything to me. It's what I study, it's what I live, it's what I breathe. So I'm really excited to be here. Join me on the journey.
Hey, I'm J.R. Revere, and I'm here with the Art of Black Miami, and we're celebrating dope Black artists.
we're celebrating the art of Black Miami, and I just walked around, and I'm so thrilled to be a part of this experience.
I'm standing here with a lot of dope artists, creators. The family is here. I'm so happy to be here.
I was 15 when I first read the stories of Ronald Taylor, Tamir Rice, and Melania McClain, who got murdered without receiving any justice. I'm 16 today, researching the hows and the whys of these issues, and wondering what can we do as a nation to stop this. When our ancestors struck stone and flint together to create fire, and they are torching each and every one of you in this room today, so I ask each and every one of you right now, what are you doing to not dim that light? We are the new flames. Thank you for your time.
All right, everybody, we are here for episode 128 of Let's Get Activated podcast. We're streaming right now on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. We're also on the Tattoo Shop Radio, Culture Shock Radio, Cuzzo FM, Wapter Music FM. This is a special night for Activated. This is Activated Friday. I want to introduce to you a very phenomenal young youth that I actually got to meet a couple of weeks ago at Miami for Social Change. I'd like to introduce to you Destiny CONEY. She's in the building.
Hi.
Hey. Hey, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good right now. I'm happy to be here. Yeah.
Yes, it's well deserved. It was a pleasure, of meeting you at that event. I was so captivated, by your pitch. You're talking about, we are the new flames. And, I said, we have to get you on here to tell your story and just to talk about everything, like where you started from, back in the day from where you are at now.
All right. So, I've been in Overtown or / downtown Miami since I can remember. Like I was born in Southridge, but my father moved down here since I was, I believe, 4-ish, and since then I've grown to love the community, of course. But growing up, you recognize these issues like the drug epidemic, the gentrification, housing issues, and such. And I kind of over time run a passion for it. 15 during 2020, of course, during the murder of George Floyd. This, I was like on Twitter and social media a lot, and I was looking at these stories, and it hit really hard in my chest, and I was like, I really want to make a change. I remember going on a live one day and looking at this person who was at one of the protests, and I recall Minneapolis, and yeah. I wanted to be there, but obviously I was 14, 15, can't do that. Right. But I'm here today, and I wanted to, I was like, I'll make an impact in some way, and eventually I got the opportunity to do the pitch, and that day I was like, I got it, and thus I started to form the New Flames. So yeah.
Wow, it's so phenomenal. I was just, taken aback. Like, I know you're 16, but you spoke like somebody, twice your age, and, definitely with a lot more maturity than I've known of some adults to be. You definitely were very eloquent with it. And I was like, we got to put her on, we got to do something, I definitely want to start, before getting into that, how did you get into, Miami, for social change, with Urgent Inc? How'd you get into that?
So April of this year, I got a camera and I started taking photos and stuff. And I guess there's this passion for it. And with photography, there's also cinematography. I love film and all that. So I was like, I should find an internship because I really wanted to make my way into the industry in some way. And I was looking for internships, and there is Miami for Social Change, or it was Urgent Inc., the website. I was like, I should apply. And there's the program, everything aligned with my goals and all that. So it's like, why not? And I applied. I got the internship, and I loved it. So yeah, shout out to Urgent Inc.
Yes, they're dope. I'm so glad, that, we were invited to, to come out and participate. We had such a wonderful time. I just love everything with the program and uplifting the youth, education and just everything, and letting you, be a creative in your own right.
Yeah, it was definitely an experience. I still miss it. Sometimes I wake up, I'm like, dang, I got to go to Urgent. I was like, no, I don't have to go to Urgent no more. It's crazy. Like relit my passion for filmmaking entirely. I'm playing a short film actually. There's that. It just
Wow. Oh, so you're going to be doing a short film, you were saying?
Oh yeah, been discussing with some of my fellow interns at Urgent about a short film I was planning to make. I'm getting stuff ready for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so exciting. So this is definitely not the end then of you with Urgent Inc.
Of course not. Somebody suggested I should try to get in contact with them during the school year about sponsorship. So hopefully I would love to collaborate with Urgent on that.
Got you. How long was the preparation and the internship, like the internship and then going into the preparation for that pitch competition?
Since I would say the second week of the internship when we had the practice for the pitch and all that. Since that to the day of, since that the week prior. So I believe it was 5 weeks, 5 or 6 weeks. Either yeah, that's right.
Wow. 5 or 6 weeks, man, you handled that like a pro because I was telling people, I said at 16, I did not have the bravery to go up there and just stand up like that. That's incredible. Was it like were they like doing kind of preparing like with public speaking?
Yeah, so we had someone who came in, Miss Johnson. She prepped us for it, gave us tips, tricks, and all that about public speaking and pitching ideas. And then we had Mr. Joey, who discussed branding yourself, personal branding, and all that, and marketing yourself. And that helped a lot with deciding what to pitch, how to pitch it, and the passion.
Wow, I was so impressed by all of you. You know what really impressed me? Just the support that everybody was giving each other. Because I was watching, I'm an observer, as part of my job. So I'm observing each of you and everybody's cheering for, each person coming on to, the stage, doing their thing. I love to see that camaraderie.
Oh yeah. We were like a little family. You should have seen us like during our internship. There's this, we were like this together. Even though we had like our, arguments and all that, we had love for each other and a love for, bettering ourselves and all that. So shout out to everybody. Love them.
Definitely a great amount of people, and I got to show this because, we got to give props to, there was a gentleman who was also a part of doing the design for We Are the New Flames, correct?
Yes, so Josiah. There was also Adrian, but I might include Adrian's in a further date. But shout out to at J Red the Kid. He's an amazing person. He's lovely. He has like this spark. I really love him. Shout out to Josiah. He helped me with making the logo and making the infographic for our first post. Shout out to him.
Wow, I definitely really love that design. Like, how long did it take you to kind of collaborate and talk about and create that design?
So I told them that I needed a design for New Flames, obviously Flames, the fist. It didn't take long actually. I think like an hour or two later, like after I made my the GoFundMe for the project for the homeless project, I was like, I asked in the group chat, can anyone help me with the logo? And him and Adrian stepped up. So shout out to them.
Wow, amazing logo. And then, over on to the next slide, this kind of, describes what New Flames is about. So just kind of in your own words, you kind of want to break down We Are the New Flames for everybody.
All right, so the New Flames, obviously, we're an activist group. We're primarily focusing on government issues that we struggle with as a society today, and also cultural issues that we struggle with, like division, implicit bias, stuff like that. That kind of divides the people in a sense, and I believe further destroys like the community that we have today. Like personally, I believe that we made so much progress to go forward, and now there's this emphasis to push back. Like say for instance, the book banning in this state, Florida, obviously, as we recall, like don't say gay. Currently, I believe Florida just banned the AP psychology bill AP psychology class just because there's a mention of gay or trans people, even though obviously it's psychology and that's a psychological event, and I guess there's passion for it. So we want to fight back against this emphasis on destroying what we have and this community that we've grown since this country's inception, I guess, and also include like hypercapitalism, the way things work right now. Poor people not being able to get up. I like this quote. I remember saying, "You're closer to being homeless than you are to being rich," and I guess there's this emphasis to not allow people, or even more people, to be homeless. To recognize that these billionaires don't deserve to hoard this wealth for the majority of the people, in a sense. If that makes any sense at all. Also,
Yeah.
food waste. Sorry to interrupt. Food waste. I think like with food waste, there's a lot of food that gets thrown away, and so many people are going hungry, even though there's more food than people that you can use. But there's this emphasis on profit over people. So overall, yeah. If that clears anything up, honestly.
Wow, no, that's definitely, I think just an incredible movement you have going on, and it's like you said, it's a group, it's an activist group. How many people are kind of within the group now?
So it's me. There's Miss Ty, my coordinator for urgent child care. She's really been helping me out with that. I've invited some of the people in my internship. They fully support and are a part in the sense. They've been helping me out with logos. I've been asking some of my friends outside of the activist group for any ideas. I recently sent a bill out for this competition to Ashley Grant. Miss Ty helped with that. So yeah, it's been I'd say 5 or 6 of us right now trying to grow.
Yeah, we're trying to grow it. I was here just trying to share the IG with people. I'm like, look, everybody, you
They
have
are
to
totally free to
follow.
join and talk, collaborate. Really love that. The GoFundMe, I would love people to share that or donate if they will. It's a GoFundMe about homeless. It's a homeless drive in a sense to give them basic necessities like tents, menstrual products, soap, basic first aid, stuff like that to help a little bit.
Wow. It's so just impactful with that. Like I noticed, like the event was at the, my Miami-Dade College at the North Campus, and not too close from there, it was a lot of homeless people I saw, just kind of around every corner. So it's just really, it's just impactful how close to home that really is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In my community, like when I go to the store, I see a lot of homeless people, and I really wish I could help more. Sometimes I ask if they like need anything from the store. I recall one day, I was walking past, and this lady looked like she's having pain, so it's like you need painkillers, and I bought her some of those. I bought her some Advil just to help her out for a bit, and I wish I could do more in a sense, because these people are obviously struggling, and it's Miami. It's like usually 90 degrees out in the summer, and that takes a toll on people. And I don't know. It kind of hits on my heart knowing people die on the streets like that. They end their lives, and then like, at the end, there's nobody to mourn them. They're unnamed. I think we should make an emphasis on caring for those people.
I agree. I definitely agree. Like this is something what you're doing, this is something that could be spread. You know what I mean? Like, we are the new flames. Like I know it's, kind of starting in your area, but I'm sure is this something that you're thinking of expanding on, nationwide?
Oh yeah, absolutely. When I'm 18, I'm probably gonna move out to either Colorado or something. But I'm trying to grow the brand or group in a sense now, to make it something bigger later on. I take a big inspiration from the Black Panther Party, obviously. So yeah.
Wow. I could really tell that it was really like heartfelt, your pitch, because we were kind of talking, behind the scenes. I know like we were kind of talking, kind of how you felt after the pitch competition, like not necessarily winning the prize per se, but, I know I was like, this young person is really feeling, what you were conveying, and it's something that's really important to you. So that's why I said, I've got to talk to you. Like something was just telling me, and you were right near me. I said, I hope she don't think like, who's this weird old lady coming up to me? I said, no, because I was, like I said, I was earlier, I was observing, and I said, something has got to give. We got to get you somewhere on here to spread this movement.
Oh yeah. I'd say like I really enjoyed it. I appreciate you reaching out to me afterwards. Like Obviously I felt I was like, dang it, I didn't, get the trophy or whatever. But obviously, I love the pitch. Like, I love talking about that because obviously I had a passion for it for about 3 years now. I'm about to turn 17 in September. So obviously, it's been a thing. It's been a big part of my life. I remember 14 arguing with people on Twitter about it. I was like, no, 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 no. It's this love for change, you know, and growth for people. Obviously, I have a deep empathy for society as a whole, and I want future generations to look back on us and be better. I want people to be better than what we are today. It's to be more united than we are right now.
I love that, that's why I had to, get you on here. And I definitely want to continue to support because, I know it might sound cliche, but you are the future. You know what I'm saying? Like people my age, we're not going to, be here forever. So, I definitely believe in just passing this baton on to the youth, supporting and getting involved any way that we can. Because you don't see that all the time, that every youth is so engaged and involved in the community.
Yeah, obviously, obviously, young people are young. We want to, be young. We want to have fun. I think, cherish that because when we're older, there's this emphasis on not being fun, which I obviously don't think is a good thing, But I've learned to balance that, like the good fun haha stuff and this, sometimes like when I'm at the gym or whatever, I like, I don't have any headphones and I talk to myself and I monologue or I'll people watch, I'll look at the world and I make a observation, if you will, about the world around me. I'm like, oh, I don't know, we should change that, something like that, basically.
I love that. I love that. And and then on top of that, you're doing like the photography and everything as well. I believe it's Finding Helios. Is that your basically the photography main page?
Oh yeah. I've taken a break right now because obviously there's been a lot going on. But before Urgent, before film, there was photography. It's like it's something I have a deep passion for. It's an art piece, it's an art form. You can make billions of stories and interpretations by art. I primarily focus on landscape or just symbolism in a sense, finding little things in the world and putting an emphasis on that. And that's like me finding Helios. So that was my first little project, finding Helios. And then I'm here today with We Are the Blueprint. So yeah.
Wow, I love that. You're doing great things. Do you have a dream of like opening a photography studio or doing photography at huge events? Like, what are your, I guess your endeavors? What are your dreams?
Oh yeah, I wanted to make a film and photography studio eventually. If I do go to college, I'll likely to pursue a business degree to formulate that or econ, obviously. Um, so there's that. Uh, and I may not go to college. I was probably likely to become a firefighter in a sense. So I was gonna do that, make my money, And firefighters have a different um, work schedule. So the days off, they got 24 out, 1 or 2 days off. So I'll do that, work on photography, do some freelance stuff, and also include filmmaking because I love filmmaking. Try to find people around me to make short films, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm trying to do a lot.
No, you should look like the world is your oyster. Like you say, you got to go forward and just do what you do. But you said firefighter, like so what got you interested in that? I got to hear this.
All right, so it's my school. I go to Law Enforcement Officers Memorial. It's a long name. Um, I guess I have a love for public safety, or and I was like, I don't want to be a cop because everybody wants to be a cop. Firefighters are cool. I love firefighters. And I was like, one of my friends was like, I was gonna be a firefighter growing up. I was trying to join fire cadets, but they require a lot of there's a really big fee, and then there's also the distance. So I was like, you know what? I'll just take some time, work out, do my thing, and I guess I fell in love with it because helping people, saving people, stuff like that. The little things in life I wanted to help, and thus I decided to have a passion for firefighting. So there's that.
Hey, that's so no, that's so cool. I like that. So you're gonna be doing that. You're gonna be doing, so many, amazing things. I see a lot, amazing things coming, in your future.
Thank you.
Yeah. What is the way? Because I know you said you have the GoFundMe, right?
Yeah.
On the and it's at, I'm gonna say it for the radio, for everyone listening on the radio. It's at we dot r dot the dot new dot flames. There's a GoFundMe page on there, but what are other ways that we can do as a community, or as an audience, to help out?
So we can obviously share the GoFundMe, but also don't mind people donating the actual project. So, if you have tents or clothing you would like to donate, I don't mind, reaching out to you and using that to make bags. If you want to make the bags, the backpacks, if you need to be, I don't mind. There's like, I think this TikToker by the name of Nate. He does that, and I believe Nevada, somewhere in Nevada, and he makes the bags and gives it out to the homeless population. So also don't mind something like that, Or you can start your own thing with your community if don't trust all that. I do believe you can start your own flame in a sense, with the homeless population. Make your own bag, make your own GoFundMe, donate if you will, all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
I like that, and just spreading the word of this activism as well.
Yeah,
That,
obviously. Yeah.
that's very important. And I know you mentioned George Floyd. So what I'm going to do for you after we get off this live, I am going to send over your profiles over to Terrence Floyd, who's George Floyd's brother. I know him, really great gentleman. So I'll send over your information, and just to see if anything you guys can converse and get into some more community things too.
I would love that, actually. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I was actually talking with City to Great. He's like a CEO of our company, Artists I Manage, and we both know him, and we were kind of mentioning that because I was, of course, talking you up beforehand, before we got here on the show. So I'll definitely shoot that information over, and because I definitely feel that what you're doing is important. And I think anybody that's involved in any kind of community activism, we can just have this grow.
I am totally down. I know with sort of they recently did that law with about protesting and all that. So I have to take caution with that before I organize in the state. But I'm trying to find a way around it and trying to organize eventually. Find a topic, make shake some cans. Make some noise, get the people talking in a sense, without people being hurt or injured, of course. Obviously.
Definitely. Well, there's peaceful ways to go about doing it, just like even community events. You know what I'm saying? Getting the community involved as well, and just spreading it. There's all types of different ways that it can be done without having to worry about the drama attached to
it. Yeah, I completely agree. I'm just afraid in a sense of people. Obviously, with a lot of the police force, there's a lot of tension between black individuals or POC in the police force. There's been I believe several studies about this, and how cops show more aggression to POC. So there's caution about that. I guess, and since I just want people to be safe, of course, obviously, if organizing does occur. So obviously, there's also agitators. There's a lot of the, I would say, not Republicans, but a lot of really extremist groups in the area, in fact. So there's caution about that, but I believe eventually I'll find a way to organize and create a community event to protest in a sense.
Definitely. And us uplifting each other. Like, I'm glad you mentioned it, POCs, we have to uplift each other. That's important. If we can't be in this competition, you know what I mean? I think we win if we all just, stick together and support each other in what we're doing.
Oh yeah, of course. I have a big emphasis on intersectionality and overall support of people of color. Because, obviously we've been around each other and all that, and we should have love for each other.
Definitely, that's what it's about. It's 2023. So we just got to get it right. You know what I mean?
Of course. Now we're more, I believe, connected than ever with social media, with people recognizing different cultures and stuff. But there's still this tension, this stigma around intersectionality and such. But I believe we can find ways to work against that as a people.
I agree. Like you said, people, at the end of the day, we're human. How about that? Let's just be human, everybody support and love on each other. That would be, ideally the goal, right?
Yeah. I talk about this a lot in my head a lot. Like when I'm like alone, I'm like meditating about I'm like people. So I guess I have a deep empathy. Obviously, I said that about society as a whole and future generations and such. And so with people, that's the most powerful thing in the world. A group of people wanting change, and that passion and love for change that can move the world in a sense. That can completely change society. It just takes a long time and effort. So yeah.
I like that. I like that. Well, I'm definitely here. I'm going to continue to support. It doesn't just stop here. Like I meant what I said, true to my word. I remember I told you, I was like, on Sunday, I'm going to hit you up with a date. And I did, and I'm just going to continue sticking with my word, and supporting and trying to help spread the message. Definitely if there's something you want me to share, anything, just let me know.
All right, I'm totally down. Thank you for the support.
No, you're definitely more than welcome. And so one deep question I'm gonna ask you, because it'll be interesting hearing it from someone your age. So just thinking now of everything that you're doing and your goals and just for the future, what legacy would you like to leave behind?
My legacy, I would guess, to encourage people to challenge the status quo. To make people recognize the gray between this world of black and white, and find a compromise and use that compromise to make a difference. You know, I guess finding love for a person, finding something that connects you, and using that to move the world. So to sum it up, I guess I would say, um, I want my legacy to be impact, make an impact in the world, and use that impact for the future. Not just for today or when you leave or for your family, but for overall, self. We as a society, we as a civilization, since the dawn of humankind, I want the person after me to, make a step for the future of us, for the longevity of humans, in a sense, as a species.
I love that, definitely, an incredible legacy, and, definitely impact. You're already doing that. You already are making an impact. Like I said, you never know who's watching. You know what I'm saying? So just from what you did from the pitch and just continuing on, you never know. It's just going to keep on growing. I see nothing but, great things in your future.
Thank you. Hopefully, I want to change the world in some way before I go. So I hope that, this is the start of it. I hope to end off with a bang.
Hey, look, you're starting right. And, I admire you, just starting, so early at this. Some of us, kind of started later, later in life on, our passions and our goals and things that we want to do. So, definitely my hat's off to you, at being the age that you are and just, taking it head on.
Thank you, Tiffany. But it's never too late to start, and it's never too late to keep that going. Obviously, I started young because I live in a world like this. And I think there's many other people that are my age that I would love to connect to that feel the exact same way. I would say, for the older people, keep doing what you do. You have a love for it, keep going, regardless of your age, regardless of whatever hardships you face. If you love something, keep going for it. Don't look back on like when you're younger and be like, dang, I should have done that. Think about where you are now, and move that.
Hey, look, I love that. Advice for me and everybody in all age groups. I love that advice.
Yeah. I try.
Definitely. So I want to go ahead for the radio listeners. Go ahead and drop both for your socials, so that way when they're listening over, they can kind of know where to follow you and everything at too.
All right. So for the activist group, it's we.r.the.new.flames, all lowercase. We're on Instagram. My photography account and personal, if you want to reach out, is at Finding Helios. That's FindingHelios. So reach out to me if you want to talk or donate something or give me advice, or just to reach out, have a conversation. I would love that.
Hey, definitely everybody. I implore everybody's watching. If you missed the live, even if you watched the replay, when you listen in, I definitely, encourage you guys to follow because I will be checking her pages too to see who follows. It's the mom in me coming out. I'm sorry, Destiny. I gotta be, the little mom in me coming out. I'll be watching.
I like the support. I love the support. I would, just to start, I'm ready to take you all on this journey to make a better tomorrow.
Definitely a wonderful journey it is, So, I definitely want to thank you, Destiny, for coming on the Let's Get Activated podcast, blessing the stage, with just your aura, your energy, all these wonderful things, that you were doing. And, definitely will continue, to support you. And, we're going to stay locked in for sure.
Of course, I love, you reaching out to me and creating this, this circle in a sense. It helped a lot and encouraged me to start this, encouraged me to keep it going actually. So I love that. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. And look, I even have my daughter, who's 11. She just tapped in, say hi, mama. So she's watching too. So, everybody's going to be tapping in. I love that. Yeah, I love that. Look, everybody's showing love here. I'll apologize to you ahead of time because, I'm going to drop it on the IG. So you might get a lot of notifications, but that's what I want.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't mind. Keeps the phone blowing up,
Definitely. Any final gems you want to drop or any shout outs that you want to give?
I would say shout out Urgent Inc. I would say shout out to cohort 1, my cohort. Shout out to Juliana Lopez. Shout out to Adrian Turner. Shout out to Marvin Santos. Shout out to Leonel Pavone. There's so many others. Shout out to CJ Marquise. Shout out to Angela. I forgot her last name, but shout out to Angela. She's such a lovely person. She reached out to me this morning. Who else? Shout out to Josiah, obviously. Shout out to Gavin. He's a superstar. Some of you might have checked him out on the news report. Who else? Shout out to Miss Celia. Shout out to Nana. Shout out to Miss Ty for reaching out to me. She's been helping a lot, obviously. God, there's a lot of people. Shout out to Sam. He's been a sweetheart. He's my best friend from the internship. Who else? God, there's a lot of people. Shout out to Gia. She's a sweetheart. Shout out to Alicia. Shout out to Efma. Shout out to Ed. Shout out to who else? God. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm missing a couple of people. Shout out to Mandy. Shout out to Debbie. Shout out to Debbie. Shout out to Mr. Joe. Shout out to Mr. Ashley for reaching out. He's been an amazing supervisor. Am I missing anybody else? Oh yeah, shout out to DL. God, I don't think I'm missing anybody else. Oh yeah, shout out to Arsene. Shout out to Ty. I love all of you so much. You've been an amazing people. Yeah, if they're watching, I hope they're reaching out. But yeah, and shout out to everyone who's been watching right now. Love all of you. I love the support. Thank you all for your time.
Oh, that's wonderful. Look, I'm preparing you for your award speech. You know what I mean? You might have to get have that list together, of all the shout outs.
I'll make a list beforehand. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, I want to tell you, Destiny, again, it's been a pleasure, having you in episode 128 of Let's Get Activated podcast. It's not the last time, as things are growing, more things coming up, definitely let me know so we can, get you back in on the show, and locked in and, just we'll continue to support. I'm here.
Hope to see you in, like you said, a year. So a year from now, when I'm 17, 18-ish, I hope to be back on and talk about how we've grown, hopefully. you know.
Yes, yes. And hopefully we're back, at the, Miami for Social Change. Hopefully,
Oh
I,
yeah, of
I
course.
definitely want to go back,
Next year summer, I'll hopefully be there. We can reach out again.
Definitely, definitely sounds like a plan. I'm gonna thank you, and I'm gonna thank everybody for watching the live, sharing the live, watching the replay. Again, please, follow this young lady. You gotta follow, follow, follow. At Finding Helios, follow that. Also follow on IG at we.r.the.new.flame. See, I'm gonna get it right. I got it right.
Yeah, it was taken. We had to make some changes. But yeah.
I know you good. You good. So this was great. I want to wish everybody a wonderful night. Keep spreading the love. And I want to wish everybody, peace and love.